Okay, so I listed this workshop as an AI prompt, not workshop, but incorporating product development with business case. Because we can prompt all day long, but it doesn't mean anything for just doing pictures. I mean, those are great, but I think a lot of us will need to be able, in essence, to figure out how we're going to incorporate AI into business case development, AI, and Agile. So the trend is going from not just AI, it's already Agile incorporated, if you haven't noticed. They assume, many companies already assume you know Agile.
Yep.
And it's kind of weird because it seems like a lot of people are brought on, but they're not trained in Agile. So it's almost like they're kind of doing weird things. But you know what? I'm not one of those people. You gotta do it this way, you gotta do it that way. You know what? The conversation is no longer about Agile, it's about AI. But the Agile principles still apply. Does that make sense? Okay, so what I'm trying to do is empower adaptive intelligence, because we are supercomputers, to the citizen developers and high-performing teams. So as women, did somebody have a question? I thought I heard something.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry, what is the Wi-Fi code?
It was in the other room.
Let's see, exclamation, welcome, and then exclamation.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so I am launching my new consulting firm, and I'm the lead strategy consultant. Becky didn't like my Snapstream, whatever, so I'm like, okay, we can rebrand, it's okay. So Yayan Johnson is just my middle name and last name. It's kind of east and west kind of thing. So I figured, and every shift starts with a prompt. So, I thought that was kind of cute. Okay, so the workshop intention is technical women in product development. I think it incorporates all of you. If something you don't understand about Agile or product development, I'll be happy to explain it to you. Either on the side, if you're not comfortable, asking questions now. But I'm assuming that you know a little bit of Agile and you know product development, which most of you do. Okay, so why does it matter? Low-code and no-code tools will reshape product development. So what I want you ladies to think about is be open to the idea to doing some low-code, no-code. And this workshop is going to focus on getting you to write prompts that get you the requirements for low-code, no-code. Oh my goodness. So there's probably a couple more workshops after this because it's going to prompting to low-code, no-code, and maybe doing some testable code like Gherkin and write it in Gherkin format to test and negative test. And I may be losing you, but I'm just, there's a method to this. I'm just saying there's a couple of workshops after this when we put our requirements into low-code, no-code. So I'm not saying right now you'll be prompting and you can throw it into a low-code, no-code application and get you some, an application that works. We're not there yet. Maybe of you are. If you are, let me know. Maybe you can help me with this workshop. No, not yet. Good. I thought I was like, because Evan, Liz, if Evan attended, she would have been very technical and said, yes, I do this. Okay, so we are empowering ourselves as citizen developers. Remember, be open to the idea because companies are going to want people to be technical and maybe even write code. But you don't have to write it. You can get AI to write it. Okay, so just a brief explanation about no code. Don't write any code. Low code is you do some coding and there's some flexibilities, customizing solutions. Just a note about low code, no code is not as flexible, customizable as regular code. And Liz can attest to that. So, but it's still, it is, on the forefront, it's getting there. As more adoption for low code and no code, then more people are gonna use it. The more adoption, the more user-friendly, and the more code will be built by citizen developers. That make sense? So we want to be citizen developers. Okay, so some stats. 70% apps will use low code, no code. 65 will enterprises will adopt citizen development. I don't know, some enterprises I know haven't adopted, but maybe this is like some of the Silicon Valley or, different places, but definitely faster. Because if you think about it, you can do some functional or more, the easier pieces of code for the developers. They can focus on the back end, more difficult pieces that can be put together. So as product managers or members of the Agile team, we can become citizen developers and create some functionality that developers can use. That's what I envision it. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so the return on investment in low code, no code, reduce development time. What does companies want? They want productivity. They want everything faster, right? If you're helping with the bottom line by reducing development time, even if you outsource, right? Development hours are expensive, right? If you can do some of that, you can prove your worth, right? So empower